Breaking news, an update on the evolving story surrounding former Michigan head football coach Sherrone Moore. Just hours after the news of his firing surfaced, the former coach was detained by police in Washtenaw County, and we can confirm tonight that he is currently lodged at the Washtenaw County Jail. Owen Ozist is joining us in studio now with the latest. Owen?
Yes, multiple outlets, including ESPN, reported earlier that now former University of Michigan football head coach Sherrone Moore was detained by officers with the Saline Police Department earlier today. Moore was then turned over to the Pittsfield Township Police Department, which is just south of Ann Arbor, for investigation into potential charges. The police department just released new info on an alleged assault investigation that did lead to an arrest. The alleged assault happened at 4:10 p.m. and the department said while they have received numerous media requests for more information, they can't release more information at this time. That follows shortly after Michigan put out the following statement regarding his firing. Athletic Director Ward Manuel said Moore was fired for cause, saying in part, quote, following a university investigation, credible evidence was found that Coach Moore engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. He went on to say the conduct constitutes a clear violation of university policy, and U of M maintains zero tolerance for such behavior, end quote. Moore joined Michigan's coaching staff in 2018, working his way up from the tight ends coach to offensive line coach and then offensive coordinator. Moore took over for Jim Harbaugh after the 2023 season and compiled a 16-8 record over 2 seasons. Michigan's associate head coach Biff Poggi will serve as the interim head football coach for the Wolverines Citrus Bowl matchup against Texas on December 31st. We caught up with renowned journalist and Michigan athletics expert John U. Bacon on his thoughts.
It's probably no good time to fire your coach for cause based on inappropriate conduct in a work setting. And that's the nicest possible way you can phrase it, I think, at this point. But you also have to give, I guess, some credit that they did it because they had the information they had. If you're trying to do perfect timing, you'd probably wait till January or February when the recruiting class is in and whatnot. You can't wait for that. You have to make a swift and decisive decision here, and they did.
We'll keep you updated with more information as it comes in regarding Moore's firing and potential candidates to replace Moore as head coach coming up next in sports. Seth?
All right, Owen, thank you. The Detroit News reporting tonight that Sherrone Moore remains in custody. Again, we've been able to confirm that he is lodged at the Washtenaw County Jail. No information on the charges or the bond information has been released yet. We'll keep you updated. Right now,